Back here on Open Court, we move to the Western Conference. Now, when we discussed the East, it was like, can anybody unseat Cleveland? No. You know, there's... Okay, now you got the super team out there by the Bay. Smitty, I'll start with you. How sure are you that Golden State is the team in the Western Conference?
Beginning, I think it's going to be rough because no matter what, there's not enough basketball for three guys to average 25. And I think Klay is getting better. And I think defensively, trying to get Durant up to speed collectively as a team, not individually. You know, I think he can guard his guy, but what they do defensively, getting him up to speed, and like everybody going to a new team. But I think at the end of the day, they will be in the finals. But I think they will give the other teams, Clippers and the Dallas Mavericks, those are my two, because they won't run away with it in the regular season. So if you're close as two or three teams with another team, it gives you confidence. So I'm saying Golden State will get to the championship, but I got the Clippers and Dallas, so the two teams will be knocking on their door.
C-Webb.
Wow. You know, I think that Golden State is going to start off tough because I think that with a guy like Draymond being the glue, and we talked about Durant being recruited there, I think a guy like Draymond put his ego on the table and said, you know, you come here, we got your back. You don't have to worry about it. I'm stepping down. This guy's stepping down. And so with that, great chemistry, I think they're going to be so scared to step on each other's toes in the beginning. You're going to see, you know, guys say, shoot your shot. Man, play your game. Do your thing. And I think it's going to take a minute for them to get in. I still, you know, it's going to be interesting for me to see how San Antonio adjusts without Tim Duncan. It's the first time we've ever seen them play without there. And Pop has tricks up his sleeve. We've seen him go from defense with Tim Duncan and the other big fella, Robinson, to offense and moving it quickly. And I like the Clippers, to your point.
When you do something like this and you load up, and now you've got this high-profile team, you can go from being the team that everybody a few years ago was like, oh, have you watched Golden State? Man, are they fun to watch. I just love those guys. Are great. And now it's like, oh, now they got Durant. Now they're loaded. Now you're going to go to this kind of this villain-type team. How do you use that, Isaiah? And do you think that's going to be the way it plays out? Do you think the majority of NBA fans are going to look at that and say, I hope you don't win a championship?
He would be fine.
Absolutely.
He would be fine.
Oh, yeah. Look at that smile. See that?
I would welcome that, but I don't know if it's set up for Golden State to handle that. Because last year, what, they won 72?
Three.
They won 73 games.
It was a record.
Right? Yeah, so they won 73 games last year, right? You know, it was a record, but they didn't win the championship. So that's why I don't remember.
Get that back in there.
But, so they win 73 games, and you coming back, and you've added Durant. So you got to be saying, okay, well, to be better, we got to win 74, 75, 76. You can't take a step backwards. So Durant, you know, you're the only one that we've added, and we didn't win 73, now we won 65. That's going to be the narrative. And when you talk about chemistry and everything else, I don't know if they can come together family-wise, chemistry-wise, to win a championship because they got no more dirty work guys. They got no more sacrifice guys.
I agree with that, Isaiah. I do think, though, they'll be judged not what they do in the regular season. It's ultimately if they win the championship. But the interesting thing here, I mean, he's had a pretty much smooth sailing, as you said. I mean, he's had no problem. He's like a Porsche that's been on a nice, clean, you know, highway, and all of a sudden he's on a dirt road, and he's driving that. And how he handles that, because that followed LeBron. Right. That followed LeBron for 2 years until he won. And really maybe until he went back to Cleveland and won it the way he won it last year, where he's overcome a lot of that negativity. So I'm just curious to see how Durant can handle now being really one of the good guys in the league to now kind of being possibly a villain.
You got to embrace it, though. I remember Miami. I thought that you guys did the game, Ernie. I was watching it. You guys went to Cleveland with LeBron after he went to Miami. They booed and I think they all went like, oh, okay. I mean, so y'all don't like us? We'll show you. Yeah. You embrace that role. Like, you're like, oh, all right. So you're going to boo me now? Like, at first, it's going to bother you, and it may take a few games, but then you got to go like, oh, you're going to boo me? Well, boo some of this.
Okay,
and,
James. Yes. My goodness.
Yeah, Bill Walton always said, if they're cheering you on the road, you're doing something wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
You want to be booed.
They have one different person in the locker room that we didn't have, because I love getting booed from seeing Bill Laimbeer walk out and say, boo me. It was like, but I was talking to an NBA player this year, and I was on him like, why are y'all doing this? And he hit me with something that was really profound. I had to think about it for a second. they have a different person in the locker room that we didn't have, and that's social media. And I never knew how much, you know how you go in and you see guys take the stat sheet and put it on the shower wall and like look at their stats and you be like, you know, what kind of guy is this? You know, you have to see whether he does it. Well, they're saying like a lot of guys will do that, you know, with their social media, like, Chris, you aren't scoring enough. Grant missed you on that play. Isaiah really ain't looking for you. You know what I mean? And I found out from a lot of young guys, and it's hard to believe, but that extra man in the locker room plays a role, to your point. Like, I'm like you, like, Boomy, I don't care, but if you're reading everything about you, which, you know, you say you shouldn't be reading the papers, you're reading everything and you get 100,000 good comments, that one comment's gonna stay in your head and it seems to affect the team.
Reading their Twitter feed in the locker room at halftime?
Talk to him, Grant.
No, I mean, I played
They're putting this thing
years
up on
ago
the shower?
after the game. After the game, game's over with, before guys go in the shower. Instead of talking to each other about what just happened.
No question about it.
Guys now are picking up their mobile devices, and they're going on social media.
That's
what
all,
did they
that's
say
all of
about me?
society, man. It's crazy.
Agreed.
I mean, that's
And
the
they're
way it
shooting
is.
guards
There's
telling
no
them
more there.
they're not getting enough shots.
Oh, did you say something?
And their posse's telling them, you should have had more shots.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
shooting coaches, the guys in there looking at the,
Yeah.
the thing.
Do this, 15 guys.
Okay,
Come on now.
so Kevin, here's my question, right?
When Kevin was playing, by the way, his posse actually did have people on horseback.
An actual posse.
No, but here's my question to you, Mac. Okay. Out of the big three now in Golden State, and we saw the big three in Miami, out of these three, who becomes the Chris Bosh?
You know, the only way it's going to work there is they all are going to collectively have to do a little bit, accept a little bit less. And they've got to really just buy in 100% to the hot man gets the ball. You know, our biggest fear with playing you guys back in the day, this is way back, was Vinnie Johnson would get hot. Because when the microwave got hot, it'd be like, damn. Like, you know, and we couldn't stop the guy. And he shot that crazy shot and he put his chest on you. And he had arms that hung out worse than mine. And so, you know, the guy was, but you guys gave him the ball. I liked other teams. They wouldn't give him the ball. So you and Joe would go out, Vinny's got it, and one of you two would sit while Vinny was going off.
Yeah.
And I was always hoping you guys would say something, but you never did. And so they've got to bond.
I'm using that this year.
You know?
He got hot.
Hey, Smitty.
Damn.
So now what do you make of OKC? What's your
Must-see TV. I can't wait to see the way Russ, Westbrook, and all the guys around them approach this. Because I actually don't think they will win a championship, but I think they will be better than what we think. I just think they're going to come out and compete.
Smitty, is Westbrook MVP this year?
I don't think he gets MVP, not because of his numbers. I don't think he'll have enough wins over some of those guys. Right. But he will be must-see TV for me.
He's going to go for it.
Yeah, no problem. He's been going for it.
You better, I tell you what, you better lace him up tight if you're a guard.
Go to
You see
sleep.
Westbrook coming.
Get your rest tonight.
I will not be working that night. I'm going out to Golden State when they play the first.
Give me your top four before we wind up this segment. Give me your top four. Then we go in Golden State, number one in the West. Number two belongs to the.
I would go San Antonio.
I'm with you.
San Antonio.
Where do the Clippers fit in here?
I think they could be third. I think
Clippers
they're going
three.
Clippers third.
Yeah.
And your number four seed, Dallas.
Dallas is my 4 seed.
I
I just love Bogut and Barnes going to Dallas.
I don't think this team's going to go to the finals, but they're my other OKC, and that's Portland. You got to watch out for that little mean man. That boy mad up there, man.
Unreal.
He wants his respect.
Last year, who else? We had Memphis in the playoffs. We had Houston in the playoffs. I don't know. I mean, outside those top four, five if you put Portland in there. Okay.
Yeah, you got to remember Memphis, two guys that are pretty important weren't there for them.
Yeah,
that are going to be back. So they will be an improvement.
Yeah, they signed Parsons as a three-man that maybe take a little playmaking because they need another playmaker on that team. And Gasol's a great playmaker, and Parsons can do some stuff. So they could be another team. Get Conley healthy. I love Gasol. I think he's really a tremendous player. They could be a team that could make some waves. But boy, to me, I look at it and I think it's Golden State's kind of ball to run with and see what they do.
But I think as a fourth or a fifth seed, I'm gonna say Sacramento is a sleeper. Ain't nobody gonna put
That should take us to break right there.
I'm riding with the cousin.
How do you transition that, Ernie? Transition
pushing that.
Well, Shaq will be happy about that.
Isaiah Thomas said that? Thank you, Zeke. I appreciate that. When you can't even get C. Webb to give you a hey, thanks Zeke, on that when he was,
Sleepers, yeah. C. Webb gave the double take.
What about
Isaiah, you like the curveball. We'll be back with more awkward silence. Open court right after this.